Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your first Algebra 1 lesson for today. We have 1-1 looking at variables and expressions. So, how I want you to use these videos is that I want you to move at your own pace. So if there are certain concepts that you feel like you understand, feel free to skip ahead. If I feel like I'm talking too slow, you can also speed up on the little YouTube settings, or you can slow it down if I maybe speak too fast. So use this for your advantage and go to the parts that you need the most help on and look at that closely. So every lesson is going to have a then and a now. So then kind of tries to connect what we learned before into what we're going to learn today. So we did all about me presentations, and now we're going to just dive right into algebra. So you will learn how to translate between verbal expressions and algebraic expressions to interpret word problems. So I looked at your student survey and I saw that a lot of y'all needed help with word problems. So it's important in algebra that we know how to translate as we read the words and how to put that into mathematical form with the numbers, the symbols, and the variables, right? And also the other way around, right? How do we translate from the numbers, symbols, and variables to the word form, right? This is going to help us tackle word problems in the real world. So let's look at this. You have a list of vocabulary of 8 terms, and you need to know these terms by looking up the definitions in the book and then matching it to the correct vocabulary terms so that you know what's happening as we're doing this lesson. Okay, and it's all in your book, so make sure you go to that resource. Okay, important. I want you to write this down. This is kind of like the main gist of what this lesson is going to be about. So we have 4 different operations in math. We have addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, and we have division. These are different ways or verbal phrases that you can describe addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So anything that says more than, less than, right? It's addition, subtraction. The product relates to multiplication. The quotient relates to division. So your problems are going to describe it in many different ways. You have to know what means what. Okay, so let's look at the first example. Here we have 8x squared. How do I write a verbal expression for this in word form? So we have 8. And what happens when you have a number next to a variable? That means that you are doing a multiplication operation. So that's going to be 8 times x. And then what is this happening right here? That's an exponent. So I would say x to the second power, right? Because the power tells me the degree of the exponent. Another way to write this is to say that it's squared whenever you have something raised to the second power. So to write it like this or like that. All right, let's look at the second one. You have y to the power of 5, so say y to the, or 5th power, let's say like that. And then we have an operation of subtraction, so say minus. And then once again, we have a number next to a variable, that's going to be a multiplication. So let's use this one. Minus the product, because product means the answer of a multiplication problem, of 16 and y. Alright, so there you have it. So you're going to do some practice problems right now, okay, for this one and also for this one right here. Make sure you go back to this table as a reference to describing those different algebraic expressions. Go for it.